As truly committed to the carry void build, he just picked up his first point in time dilation, which is really good versus Invoker. Still, way better for farming. It's not like you're going to be using it on creeps.
You got a guy who's got 87 last hits, 2 kills to his name, no death, sitting at 5.5k net worth. Diddy Ra should feel very, very comfortable with his current position.
Kiting though with Necro Books and even Mana Drain on Lion could pose an issue for him because his mana pool is not that large.
But that's when he relies on his teammates to do exactly what they did. Create small openings, get the quick pickoffs, and then continuously go back into the farm. We still haven't seen any kind of movement. Like, you know, you said like, hey, nah, like they'll come to Dendi instead. But right now, like Dendi,
they're setting up for top right now though.
Okay. Unfortunately at least for Na'Vi, they've already left the top lane. But yeah, Dendi is... He's still looking pretty damn good. He just hasn't had any real influence on the map just yet. Snake could obs and sentry down, so they see Notar going back into the lane.
If he dies, they lose the mid T1. And that's the big problem for him right now. They even got a kill on the mid lane, and they still lost the tower on bottom and weren't able to transition into a tower of their own. And that's just kind of the nature of Na'Vi's lineup, not being able to push that well. And OG's lineup is they can just sweep down objectives even when they're down one man.
This isn't even the timing of their push lineup, right? Like, we still are waiting for the Necro level 3s to arrive from the Beastmaster, the Lycan to get a little bit stronger as well. Same for the Invoker with all the summons. This is also one of the few games where we may see multiple Necro books.
Yeah, very likely. Beastmaster already has one, and I would be very surprised if Lycan didn't get one. But with that T1 tower already taken down, Vlad's already completed, OG head around the Roach pit.
Look at the Vladimir's over on the Lycan, so just slip in Snake.
Successful scan on an art style. And
Snakeo's coming up behind him, however, so Arstyle will move forward. He'll dive in. Snako getting hexed up the finger of death. Make sure he's gone very, very quickly. Now the Chronosphere. Diddy Rai only caught Arstyle, however. No one from OG. In fact, Notal dropped in there just to make him feel a little bit better about things. But that's both the supports of Na'Vi getting mopped up, and that is an easy invitation for OG just to rotate into Roshan. Mistakes were made.
Perhaps he shouldn't have skilled up Chrono either.
Wow. Brutal.
Well, that's a free Roche for OG.
It is. Immortality for the Invoker. I'm going to beat his own little drum with that one. He also completed up his drums.
And Didiara not committing for the Radiance, instead going for the Echo Saber. Synergizes well with the max level bash. If he can hit anyone.
He's going to get close enough to him. He's gone full Savage, man. Mid lane, that'll serve more zap crit. Again, the perfect initiation. Slips through the trees. Dinura wants the revenge of the Sonic Wave. Hits all 5 heroes, but it's minimal damage to Sunstrike. It does the real one. Faceless Void will drop. He can buy back if they want to try and defend this tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, up on the top lane, you have that Mirana doing the split push. Mamoon is making sure there is nowhere to hide. Basically taking out every tree to that south side. Artstyle gonna get stunned up. There's that cold snap going to work. Came in way too close to what appeared to be a futile attempt to deny the tower. Ends up feeding his life. And OG, they can just keep going. It's his minion army from OG. This tier 2 tower's days are not even, like, I don't even put a number on it. It's not that long.
I don't really blame Didiara for missing that Chrono, because there's fast moving Lycan. They have vision, or OG has vision and Na'Vi doesn't, but it's just a really costly mistake. They don't have that many teamfight ultimates. Queen of Pain ultimate, she can always hit. Supernova kind of got wrecked by the finger from crit. All they had to rely on is the Faceless Void Chronosphere, and that's a very long cooldown.
Diddy just walked underneath the Hawk. They saw him perfectly, and OG is being gifted to them on a silver platter at the moment. Na'Vi just going in one by one. There's a couple of legs missing from this table because currently there's some tilt going on from Na'Vi. And OG, they go tier 2 tower. Like, nothing can stop this. You've got Chronosphere available, they've got combos available, but you have to wait for Sonic Wave. Like, it's the only, the big source of damage which is missing at the moment.
I don't think they can fight at all. It's like, you have to stop them very, very early on against a Lycan lineup. Once you lose the first tower, you're just very likely going to lose 2, 3, 4 more because of that gold, and then the Roche, and then you don't want to fight because they have ages. And then by that time, you're like, oh, well, I'm 5 towers down. How do we fight? We're just 6k, 7k down the drain.
Currently have no money, and they have all the money. Means we have no items and they have everything.
They also had Ditya just parked on bottom for a very, very long time, getting up his farm. Still most and last is, but nowhere close to top of net worth.
At least this game is different from game number 1. Like, at least you've got that synergy between the Na'Vi players, like, as opposed to just having, like, this small little individual skill that's there. Like, you've got something that can work together. Even if it hasn't worked together in this game, it still exists. So they have something which they can maybe like snap out of and go, okay guys, like we get that Chronosphere, we get the combo with the Nova, we're able to find like small damage dealing items to get themselves back into the game. I said like after Ags is done, maybe you find something a little bit more potent over on the Mirana, not have moments like this, which is just too easy for OG to do.
I was half expecting the taunt coming out from Crit as he just walked away casually.
If it was Moon, he would have dropped every single item on his feet and just said, yep, pick it up if you survive the Sunstrike.
The game 2 taunt curse, though.
Level 3 Necro books are now done over on the Beastmaster.
Miracle could also go Necro book if he wanted to. He has the gold for it.
It wouldn't be too bad if you want to force off high ground. Most of the Invokers these days normally go for more like a lot of, like I have team fight oriented build, control, that kind of jazz. And Na'Vi, they smoke. They do not want to let this keep going. They have to put a stopper somewhere. The question is, where do you draw the line?
So now there's only one target, even if he didn't have any.
General seems to be in the perfect position to get chronoed. Miracle. Well, there's your Sunspray. They're able to get a time lock off him as well. And there's your Chronosphere catching out Moon 2. Miracle's going to burn. There goes the Death Ward. Moon sticking down. The Nova's perfectly positioned as well. The Sonic Wave will connect to bring down the Invoker. He'll be back in a moment. And now the Lion. No Tail can't escape from this one. Turn on the Sunray. The Dog's on the run, but Miracle's back into the engagement. Able to pick up the Queen of Pain. So Denny is down. And now it's Na'Vi retreating. You start to see how Money is able to win OG's game here. No target higher than the tree lines and almost no life. While the rest of his team mop up Na'Vi, leaving only that Faithless Void standing.
Jeez, look at Miracle's damage that fight. Relative to everyone else's. That was with a pretty good Sonic Wave, I thought, from Bendy.
No, everything looked great, but you're still battling up against Aegis. You're still battling up against the strength. And No-Tail, like you thought they had him, and then he went dog form, and then there was no more control left.
Yeah, and they got the Necro books off before they died.
Okay, they seem to have vision of Didira. Well, he gets hit by the Sunstrike.
So now comes the choke. Necro 3 on Beastmaster with a gem, with a Hawk. Take down all the wards.
They basically start playing blind for Na'Vi. But at that point, what was it? Like you just smoke? That's all? Like you smoke, go into Moonlight Shadow, try and close the distance. At the same time, like Na'Vi had that on the top lane. Like they Moonlight Shadowed, and you could see him. Like General was just standing there right in front of him the entire time. Goodbye, Snako.
They had the smoke, but not the element of surprise. There was Miracle on front with the Aegis, and everyone behind them.
They wanted him to go down at the start. That was the play. Fly, oh, the swap into the Roar. Fly still got more life. General can't even kill off a Vengeful Spirit.
Baited out with the raindrops.
Protected by the magical damage. Nice chief item. Nice balance.
And that fight, they also did not have sentries, or else they would have just killed the
wow.
instantly.
Crit. This is just... It's not even his home. This is home invasion right now against Na'Vi. They just jump in, crit. He meant to pay the price for this one. He's trying to dodge the Sunray, but it's not going to be possible. But it doesn't also matter. The tier 2 tower dropped on top. OG's coming in. The Necros are up. The Forge, the Ballers, basically the whole menagerie is here for OG. Ready to push into the tier 3 towers. And they get the fortification out from Na'Vi already, so Na'Vi don't even have that ace up their sleeve. They have to try and defend. They have every ulti, they just don't have every hero at the moment. So in 13 seconds, Dendy is up. So Didira's posturing here doesn't really achieve much. All they can do is get rid of the Necro units, which is nice, but you still lost your tier 3 tower and your tier 2 tower for what was a Lion for Queen of Pain trade on the bot. And there's more kills that are easily being fed into the Invoker. Every one of these is like, think of first, Sunstrike gets the kill.
As you mentioned, though, they still have the large upside of Faceless Void ult, and they don't even need the Sonic Wave anymore. They have the Ags on the Mirana. Double Starfall will do a lot of damage, regardless of how many summons there are.
They just need to stop getting picked off so they have the combo.
They also need to stop the Roche. That's really good at dealing with heavy teamfight ultimates such as Chronosphere.
Well, Roshan is up potentially in 40 seconds time. So Na'Vi can maybe put their eyes over there then, but...
They need to take a big fight before. Dendi has his Orchid. I think this is probably the best bet at catching OG out by surprise. Someone who thinks they might be safe, such as Lycan or Invoker, can get picked off here.
I love how we compare both Crit and art style, where like Crit's done so much work this game, but the stats don't reflect it. Like he set up Miracle, so Miracle could be 10 kills for 0 deaths with 2 assists. That's how much work this has happened. Like the nearest to him, like it's 8 kills the difference between Miracle and everyone else right now.
Crit did have the aid of having 6 towers plus Roche Gold, which is kind of a free blink for a Lion.
That is very true.
It's a lot easier to make plays once you have the blink, but he made that one play with the invisibility too, which was very good. Well,
but this is always the way OG played. Like it was take out a lot of early towers and you find out those critical items. Even if you want to date back to like, what was it, MLG New Orleans, where they had like the big the Lotus Rush.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow, Roshan respawning in just 30 seconds time.
Oh, they really need an opening here. Ra needs to get himself closer. They're further to the north, but the observer ward's down. They know it's there.
Well, the scan comes out for good measure, just to make sure that they weren't Moonlight Shadowed or smoked. But now they have...
Oh, they still see everything. They're baiting abilities out. Sunray actually just went on cooldown here and Crit. Okay, maybe not getting caught in the trees was the greatest thing in the world. Paralyzing Cask will also create some space. The arrow hits into No-Tail. Dendi, okay, they're going to commit here. Do they have a chrono as well? Sonic Wave's up. Fly actually taking it for the team. The Deathstorm will finish the job. But in comes Miracle trying to create space, but it's Moon who picks up Artstyle. Artstyle already did his job for the team. But Ra caught behind the lines of OG with no way to escape.
He just dies in a Hex. The Vanguard isn't saving him at all. And OG take a big fight around Roche, and
they just wanted a quick kill. Like Na'Vi just wanted a quick kill and escape. That's all. That's all they wanted, and they can't even have that. And this is that scary factor. The fact that the Aegis Immortal is now going to go into the hands of OG. If they want to, they could just look towards maybe the top lane.
I think they just go straight bottom. It's much quicker, and the wave is already there. If they go top, I mean, it's...
I suppose like the tier 3 tower doesn't take long to get rid of, does it?
Yeah, and Chronosphere is down right now for another minute, so they have a small window if they wanted to push. They also have that Observer Ward set up on the bottom lane, and top for that matter.
What do you even do if your face is void at the moment? Like you're not finding the damage output. You've obviously, because you're going for the Echo Saber and there's been no momentum carrying you through, this is definitely not a Radiance game anymore.
BKB, I suppose.
But is that too defensive? Is that just a game which it lets you stay in the game but doesn't let you win it?
They can't control him from getting stunned. Roar will kill him, Blink Lion Hex will kill him, and there's not really a way around it.
Yeah. So you just hope you get the perfect Chronosphere and pick up some other damage dealing item?
I think so, I guess.
Well, OG just gets to be patient. They're not on any clock. They know they got this game pretty much in the bag. But 16k net worth still sitting on the Invoker and rising rapidly. Maybe they even wait for like that BKB. Is that next one as well for the Lycan? No more pesky magical damage coming his way. Oh, the Hex. They catch it out. Moon's going to go for the Roar as well. Ra's in a hell of a lot of trouble. 56 seconds on the sideline with no buyback, with a buyback available. At least he has that.
It's looking quite grim.
It most definitely is. And OG, they are going to slip themselves in through the top lane now. The creep wave's on its way.
Yeah,
Faceless Void won't be back up in time.
Lycan with a nice cheap item in the armlet. Looking to spend all his gold right before they push. And hopefully end the game for OG.
Well, they'll try it. Na'Vi, still 20 seconds. The question is, can OG pressure early enough and do enough damage to the racks where they can bait out the buyback? Now R-Style, 3 hits from Miracle, and he's already down with no buyback available on the Witch Doctor. They don't have the combo, so Na'Vi have to just let one Rax go. And they don't have that combination to even repel OG. Maybe they can take out 1 or 2 heroes, but it's going to commit everything they've got to do it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And OG are going to give them the space. They take the tier 3 tower, Faceless Void is up, and they'll give them the respect. They're bailing out.
OG seems to just be too good of a matchup versus Na'Vi. Their early and mid game is way too strong. Na'Vi very static in their lanes without a roaming art style. And this just translates to seemingly quick and easy victories for OG.
I'll say goodbye to your Lycan.
It's a nice catch.
Yeah, anything. Na'Vi will take anything right now. Like, donations are accepted by Na'Vi. And having someone like Lycan without buyback for 50 seconds means they can at least push back out. Maybe you can get a damage dealing item over on General. Normally labeled as one of like the worst progressing heroes as far as physical damage goes, at least. Even with the Veil as well as like the double Starfall combo he's currently got.
They need more items on Void. I think he's been sitting with the same items for a good 10 minutes.
Well, there's your blink, so you got your wish.
Are OG going to be in a position though where they get caught by a Chrono?
I don't know.
And Venge has to be in there too.
There's also the other question. Can Na'Vi do enough damage during the Chronosphere? You got a BKB build coming out of the Queen of Pain. Our style has been getting popped before the fights even begin. This is problematic, and then the jump in, the Sunstrike, perfect mark, but Dendy triggers the regeneration rune. He'll actually survive through this. And crit, he's tried it once, he tried it twice, and on the third time, it failed. You can't blame him, however. If he killed off Dendy, then OG would feel so confident to go up. Trade-off of the Lion for that is perfect, because you just remove the damage, or even remove the Orchid effect from the fight.
But do you see your Miracle's net worth?
Yeah, he's a one-man army. I say he's a one-man army. Technically, he's got the power of magic on his side. As Faceless Void, does he want to commit to Chronosphere at the moment? There goes your Moonlight Shadow. They're trying to get Faceless Void out there with the Sentry Ward down and the Gem of True Sight also being lost. Faceless Void, he's gone. 50 seconds on the sideline. And OG now found their window.
And you can sense this Yarad's desperation jumping in on him, losing Saneko's gem in the process, and not even getting a sliver of health down on Miracle. Age is going to take out in about 10 seconds time.
Oh, swap fly, General. But that easy lens is such a long way from home. They buy back instantly over on the Mirana. This is it right now for Na'Vi. It's defend or die. It's the only way this really does. And with a deafening blast from Miracle, he catches 3. You'll dive from Taneko, now going with the Death Ward, as well as the Nova. OG just want to bail out of here. They'll end up losing eventually to the Miracle. He's on a slither of life. It's Dendy. Crit's able to stun him control and allowing Moon to finish the job. You're able to get the stun out from General, chasing No-Tail into the tree lines. So tick off that Lycan from your list, but Moon also on the run, so low. Is there Sunray? Is there something? No, there's a double basically ravage from Crit, keeping Arstyle and Saneko out. They're on the run. There's rotation on the way. It's coming in from the Mirana, in from the north, and maybe they can find one. Crit, yep, there's the arrow on the tree line. OG will end up losing a couple of heroes. They do, however, still take melee racks. So they got what they came for, at least, even if it did cost them.
And there's a pretty bounty on Miracle's head. 15 kills on him, he'd be like 1,100 gold, 1,200 gold if they actually managed to kill him. Stick blink out at the last second.
If they can manage to kill him. That guy is like loaded. And he's got the rest of his teammates, his bodyguards, you could basically say. Well, there's no way they're going to mess with Fly.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah, poor Dendy. He's half Miracle's net worth.
I don't know what he's really meant to do, however. Again, it's probably something too. I'm wondering if the panelists are going to label is the fact like Dendy's rotations never really happened. You never really felt Dendy's presence on the map. Like you waited for them to come, and then all of a sudden it was on OG's terms that these engagements ended up happening.
Who's supposed to set up for kills for him though?
Yeah, it's the problem.
I think it was maybe Yara. Could have moved around a little bit more, ditch the lane, give it to a support. Especially if he has a ring of health for sustain. But when he just parked on bottom, no one's really scared. Even when he TP's out, you'll still have time to react, especially with the vision that OG have, given the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Which a lot of teams thinks is just a simple mistake, giving a OG.
Yeah, you almost need like a third position Void in this game. That would have been better. Like a proper one.
Yeah, this game might have been a lot different had they placed Faceless Void in the off lane and Mirana in the safe.
Bottom lane, OG's on their way, creeping up together as they prepare. They've already got the mid cripple. The top lane is basically destroyed. So all they need right now is to start chipping away at the bot lane. And with the double level 3 Necro books ready to go, you know Miracle is just itching as well, just to combo out.
I think in these games, though, you cannot give Miracle the start that he had. This
Yeah.
game was just easy. First blood, last game, he had that nice skewer on a Dendi.
It just seems so easy as well for him, like with all of that, and then you also like have Crit doing his work. And you come in, every time his finger rotates off cooldown, he's just like, hey Miracle, like can you click this point? I'll give you money. It's not a difficult thing. Beastmaster Raw, gonna go off, they're looking for the opening, it's gonna be Dinirai, one China turns around, and now it's Moon who's in trouble.
Radiant structures
Say goodbye to Beastmaster, he tried to go for it. The push came in through the bottom, fortification, able to repel that from OG, but not completely. Necros are still up, so OG don't want to back out completely just yet. And you actually have to send the Void back. Yeah, he's actually getting mana. They didn't have enough mana for a Chronosphere. There's no way for Na'Vi just to rotate down and try and have a crack. That's the downside about battling against like a Beastmaster with Necrobooks. Style? The Observer Ward allowed Miracle to see exactly what he wanted. The stun's out too. And now with the Stun Strike, Danny tried to tank it up with him, shouldering that load. They get rid of the Forge Spirits. Now Dinirai moves forward. General also, BKB's up the arrow. It flies past Fly, but the Sun Ray will still do the work. Na'Vi are finding openings. Dinirai, remember, he's still got Chronosphere. They just need a target, and now he's got one. It's No-Tail. He needs the two of them together. It almost had it. No-Tail moves down south, but not outside the Chronosphere. General's going to stick with him. Then now into the tree line. Can Dinirai finish the job? Does he even have the damage output? Arrows are flying through, but it's too far off target. General needs to keep that Starfall going. No-Tail goes for ulti form. Won't happen. Moon beating onto the back of the boars. He blinks up and realizes he's already too late to save his teammate. So you can say goodbye to Lycan. The Forge Spirits try to do what they can to bring down the tier 3 tower on bot lane, but Na'Vi have to go home. There's too many foreign units inside their base.
And Miracle still making the best of the bad situation. Taking down that mid-range Rex.
No, he doesn't have vision.
Radiant's bottom tower
I thought
has
for a
fallen.
moment he would slip past Miracle. He doesn't have Chronosphere, he only has the gem.
OG thinking that Na'Vi are slightly more underfarmed than they are. Just a little bit more damage or a little bit less HP on Na'Vi, and they would have had that kill and the kill that crit one for earlier. But luckily for them, Aegis and Cheese should make the next push very, very easy on top of a BKB from Miracle.
So this is when we ask the question, can Na'Vi come out and contest, or can they even slip it themselves before? No, actually they can't, they don't have damage for it.
They have to contest.
Okay. That's going to be difficult when you got two lanes pushing in and you got no real split pusher. Like you don't have someone like an Ember Spirit who can just leave a Spirit behind, BT up to a lane and keep the push out. OG can be very, very patient around the pit.
And unfortunately, they don't have the damage to do Roche themselves.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, like if you had something more like a Desolator over on the Mirana or something more, it's just gonna, hello. Finding crit, he'll set her up, he's still got 4 staff available as now, well, he'll push himself down through the river. A Face's voice not gonna let him go. The Moonlight Shadow, they want to escape very early into that Nova. The support's rotating in. General, he's got the arrow available, gonna go for a blind one, hoping to hit someone in the tree lines, but Miracle's already back behind his tier 1 tower. They're mopping up the Forge Spirits, and with the death of the Lion, like, you still have Chrono, but you can't take Roshan, and they know it. This, however, Moon can't TP out for another 8 seconds, but Na'Vi also don't know he's there.
They see General, or actually they see Sineko TP back. They see General in the mid lane, and now they can take control of the Radiant jungle. Lion no BOTs.
That Observer Ward is doing some work on the bottom river. So Na'Vi at least still see what's happening around the front of Roshan. So they repair their lanes, they come back again. They do not want to let OG have this.
There's still Wolves, there's still Sunstrike for scouting.
Yeah, OG see everything.
Hawk.
There's no doubt about that. OG have vision superiority. It's going to take a miracle from Na'Vi to get something.
Nice arrow though. Crit almost gave them another kill at the start of the team fight.
It's just such a risky place to fight. Like, the tier 1 tower is still up. Like if OG even have a couple of buybacks, they'd be straight back in. They got it also on the Beastmaster and Invoker.
Miracle's threatening the left side of the map. He has BOTs, he can TP onto a wolf, and they can just immediately do Roche if they see 1 or 2 heroes on the left side.
He can just start taking tier 4 towers by himself if he
Or
wants
maybe
to.
solo kill Sineko.
He can actually take the bottom rack solo if he wants to. The creep waves inside the base. Like back door is also possible.
Well,
yeah.
Miracle looking for a big individual
That's exactly
play.
what he's looking at. He's going to slip in through the bottom. He's looking towards the racks, and he starts on the range. He's just trying to force a reaction out from Na'Vi. He knows he shouldn't get caught here, so he'll blink away. Denny is hot in pursuit, but then again, Tornado, he'll have a second to think about it, he'll hit the ground. OG still finishing Roshan while this is happening, a Miracle. There's your BTs away, under the cover of his BKB, but he bought the space. He created it all for OG. They'll take Aegis, they'll take Cheese, and they'll get out scot-free. And Na'Vi, you come in too late, they smoke up. They actually look like they're trying to take a fight, but there's only 3 heroes who are on the front lines for him. The other 2 are back in mid lane.
And Miracle knew exactly what to do in that situation. That's crazy. And the only person that could catch him out was Dityara with the BKB protecting him, but just not close enough.
And again, it's the same problem. Like, what do you do if you're Na'Vi? You want to leave the base, but like if there's BTs on on a couple of these heroes, like you got BTs on both Miracle as well as Moon. They come in, you got Necropooks, you got Forward Spirits going to work. Like they'll take out either the tier 4 tower, so your bottom ranks, and then you're up against Megas. And what are you going to get in return? A tier 1 tower in the mid? You've taken 1 tier 1 tower in the top lane in 37 minutes. Na'Vi have no map control whatsoever. So if they push back, they get a little bit of towers, but they lose so much in return.
I think they'd just be happy to kill Miracle.
That would be, yes, he's still worth. At least he hasn't gotten any more kills. That's an upside. He's only sitting on 15 kills at the moment. Hasn't received any more in like the last 10 minutes.
Nor did he have the Aegis. At this point, they could probably just tank the Chronosphere on Miracle and just buy back
Bottom
the
lane. Careful, General. He's just trying to clean up the wave to give a little bit of breathing room. But if you're doing something like this, then it's probably meant for a smoke. But he has to defend the top lane. If the top lane just keeps pushing in time and time again. The Wolves are slipping inside the Na'Vi base, so you don't even need observer wards inside the base. The Wolves will do all the scouting for you.
Na'Vi have been quite light on detection this game. They do have the gem on Dityara.
Both teams have the counter vision to the gem.
They still need to catch Miracle.
Yeah.
If he pops BKB before the Chronosphere, I don't think they can kill him.
This still feels really weird. Like, art style's so far forward. It's like they're trying to use the Witch Doctor as bait, so then Dityara can get a good Chronosphere. But it then means you take out of the play the Aghanim's Death Ward of art style, which is like the perfect combo you need to work with the Chronosphere. But with Maledict on Notel, he's the man with the Aegis the Immortal.
And BKB.
Yeah.
I don't even know who you get if you get Dityara, or if you're Dityara. I don't think you can catch.
They're going to force it, blink forward. They're going to find Notel over in the tree line. They want to kill him first before he actually... Okay, now there goes your BKB. They've at least got that out of him. And Notel's going ham. He really wants a kill. He goes in for Artstyle, able to find him. Notel will pop from this one, or even will he? I don't think he will. He's going to live through this, taking in the ranks. Okay, the Starfall's going to do the job. General, the Maelstrom procs as well. OG taking considerable damage at Moon, caught in the back of the Chronosphere. Fly, they want to kill him off quickly. They're able to do so. General still got himself a double kill. Now Refresher. Moon can come back in looking for another Roar as General tries to stop Notel from getting these Vegas up and running. Then he helping out. Notel dropping low. Notel gets the Vegas. The Sonic Wave spill onto Miracle as well as Moon too. They're taking considerable damage, but it's Megas for OG and Na'Vi tap out. They say GG. 39 minutes. This series is over and it goes 2-0 to OG.
OG just toying with Dityara at that point of the game. The Hex blown over the first time, Refresher roared the second time, and OG made quick work of Na'Vi.
Well, one way to get back on schedule. OG looking absolutely strong. Na'Vi, there are a lot of questions about it. Like, can they perform just as